Deep within the ancient tropical forests of Congo, covered in dense, mysterious foliage, lie hiding secrets that have worried explorers and scientists for generations. This vast, seemingly impenetrable wilderness has become the site of strange and alarming discoveries, beyond rational explanation. From strange creatures lurking in the shadows, to phenomena that defy scientific understanding. The most chilling recent discoveries in Congo have shocked the world. The jungle holds many secrets, but none as profound as the mystery of the world's deepest river. The Congo River, once called the Zaire River from 1971 to 1997, was later named after the country Congo. The river is 4,700 kilometers long, one of the world's largest rivers by basin and water flow. Every second, over 35,000 cubic meters of water flow into the Atlantic Ocean. The river is so deep that there is no precise measurement. This is a river with the largest hydropower potential in Africa. Scientists estimate that the entire Congo River basin accounts for 30% of the world's hydropower potential. This potential could provide enough electricity for all of sub-Saharan Africa. The upper reaches of the river are 4,023 kilometers long, forming one of the world's most winding rivers, flowing gently through Central Africa. The river's flow is very stable. Because the river is long, there are always rainy seasons year-round in any region along the river basin. The river flows through a total of 10 countries. The Congo also flows through a very large tropical forest. This is the largest forest in Africa, and the second largest in the world, second only to the Amazon. Until 500,000 years ago, the Congo River flowed into a large lake, 362 kilometers from the ocean. On both banks of the river are the capitals Kinshasa and Brazzaville, of two countries divided by the river. These are the two closest capitals in the world, not counting Rome and Vatican. From this point, the Congo River flows very fast towards the sea. Most rivers in the world create fertile deltas. However, the Congo River flows into the Atlantic Ocean through a narrow channel, with some sections deeper than 228 meters. This river is also known for a 120-kilometer-long canyon, dubbed the Gates of Hell. The unpredictable rapids make it difficult for even the most seasoned paddlers to navigate. The river's flow also creates magnificent waterfalls. There are up to 40 operating hydropower plants along the river, the largest of which is the Inga Falls Hydropower Dam. Geologists prefer the lower Congo River. This is where they first found communities of organisms separated not by mountains or oceans, but by the river's currents. In this section, the river is less than 1.6 kilometers wide. There are entirely new species of fish developing. This is where more unique creatures exist than anywhere else on Earth. Located in the tropical rainforest region of Central Africa, there is a tribe of pygmy people living. They are the oldest inhabitants of Central Africa, mainly distributed in the forests of Congo, and known as the Pygmy tribe. Previously in Africa, when explorers had not yet truly interacted with and learned about them.
There were always rumors about their unique way of life, sometimes misunderstood by outsiders.
What kind of problem could we solve? But from 1865 to 1870, an explorer with French, Belgian, and American nationalities, and a German. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Indeed. History will remember this day.
I think you might be right about that.
These forest dwellers live in the deepest parts of the dense forests. The areas where they usually live are truly difficult to reach.
That is why they have preserved their pristine nature. Over the past 8,000 years, their way of life has remained almost unchanged. The vast majority of pygmy people are only about 1.2 meters tall and no more than 1.4 meters, with an average.
They possess characteristics well suited to their forest environment.
Men only wear a piece of animal skin.
while women often utilize natural materials from the forest for their traditional coverings. The women of this community also know how to press special fruits to make cosmetics, such as perfume and face cream.
The Pygmy women's makeup is also extremely strange, not following any style. They use leaves to draw colorful patterns all over their faces, like aquatic creatures, to ward off evil spirits and bring good luck. It is believed that due to living in dense forests, where light conditions are low, lacking vitamin D from sunlight, pygmies have limited calcium absorption through their diet. Food lacking basic nutrients like calcium and iodine also leads to the pygmies' rather modest height. However, due to living in the forest, they possess genes that boost their immune system and are not afraid of infectious diseases. What is special is that despite their small bodies, pygmy people develop physiologically very early.
At a young age, boys and girls in this community begin to take on significant roles and responsibilities within their society. By a young age, individuals in this community are often ready to contribute to the next generation, reflecting their unique life cycle. Consequently, their life stages and generational roles unfold differently compared to many other societies.
Their lifespan is usually under 40. Pygmy people live in family groups together, as a small, separate tribe. Each small tribe has about 10 households.
Pygmy homes in Africa are simply tree shelters, with interwoven branches, banana leaves, and palm leaves.
There is a small hole near the bottom for them to crawl into.
These temporary homes are built in a circle. The chief's house and elders' houses are in the middle. 10 to 12 such huts form a village. These huts are only temporary dwellings, as they always migrate to different areas in the forest. The Pygmy people are a tribe that loves the forest very much. They consider themselves children of the green forest, calling the forest their parents. They only collect dry branches for firewood, build shelters, and never cut down trees, not even break a twig.
In daily life, men do heavy work and hunt. Women stay home to cook, tend fields, and care for children.
Keeping the fire burning in the women's kitchen plays a crucial role. Because according to them, an extinguished kitchen fire is a sign of a decaying, destructive life.
Although short and light, Pygmy men are the boldest hunters, also extremely skillful archers with incredibly keen hearing and vision.
Even if an animal moves kilometers away, they can still identify what it is, whether it's big or small, male or female.
Hummingbirds flying, or an elephant weighing several tons, are not difficult challenges for the Pygmies.
They will take down prey with just a few tranquilizer-tipped arrows. Men in this community are also very good at preparing various natural compounds for specific purposes, such as hunting. Their hunting weapons thus become very powerful, capable of taking down large animals with just one arrow. Many hunters also have the technique of collecting honey and other products from the forest. in addition to hunting various animals to feed themselves and their families. Hunted items such as elephant bones, beetle shells, and antelope horns are also utilized by them to make jewelry and offerings for young men to propose marriage.
Suman, or for young women to bring to their husband's house as dowry. Pygmy people love to eat insects, especially ants.
As long as it's an edible insect, they will turn it into their favorite dish. In fact, they even have recipes for preparing these insect dishes. While they possess a rich oral tradition and unique ways of understanding their world, their systems of counting and timekeeping differ from conventional methods.
Their culture often marks life stages through events and roles rather than numerical age.
The lost city of Zin, hidden deep within the mysterious Virunga region, is a story full of mystery and fascination. Imagine stumbling upon an ancient city whose origins are lost in the mists of time. This hidden gem once glittered with unimaginable wealth, thanks to the sparkling diamonds lying beneath its very soil.
Legend has it that King Solomon himself discovered these precious gems and saw their potential.
To protect this newly discovered immense treasure, he established a settlement that later became the cradle of a fascinating story. Within the sturdy walls of Zin, a unique endeavor took place. The city's inhabitants embarked on an extraordinary, adventurous project, breeding guardian animals. Among them, the indigenous gorillas of the Virunga region played a key role.
These remarkable creatures were hybridized into a species that was neither entirely gorilla nor entirely human or ape.
They became the spiritual guardians of Zin, exhibiting strange intelligence and unwavering dedication to protecting their home. The once bustling city was abandoned, leaving behind only whispers and echoes of its glorious past.
The city's location became a closely guarded secret.
In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, explorers like Henry Morton Stanley and Richard Francis Burton sought Zin.
According to some records, the city was built by an ancient civilization that predates human history, with buildings made of mysterious, indestructible metal.
With buildings made of mysterious, indestructible metal.
Existing since the 20th century, dingonek is one of many animals explorers encountered when they ventured deep into the jungle.
The first report of a dingonek sighting was by an explorer in 1907.
He stated that he saw this creature in the Marori River in Kenya.
At that time, this explorer used a deterrent against it when his boat was attacked on the river.
After being shot, the monster quickly fled. According to this explorer's description, this dingonek monster is over 4 meters long, with a head like a leopard but larger.
Notably, this creature has 2 long fangs growing downwards from its upper jaw, like sea lions.
Its body is covered in a layer of hard, sharp scales. It is believed to be an amphibious creature, often living near rivers, lakes, or watery areas.
A hunter named Edgar also reported encountering this monster, with descriptions similar to the previous explorer.
According to indigenous stories, this monster is said to be very strong and possess high territoriality. They might attack hippos, crocodiles, and even people who come too close to them.
Konga is a mysterious creature living in the deep swamps and tropical rainforests of equatorial Africa. A specific area includes the borders of Zambia, Congo, and Angola, which cryptozoologists are very interested in. Konga, similar to prehistoric birds, has a wingspan of about 2 meters and is considered an endemic creature of this region. It is very strong, with sharp jaws, and cannot be mistaken for a known bird, but rather an unknown bird. This creature is also described as being completely featherless, with smooth skin, a wingspan of 1.4 to 2. Local residents even rumored that many people were turned into prey by this strange creature when crossing rivers. Some even had to carry amulets to protect themselves from Konga attacks. In 1923, Frank Melland described the beliefs of the Kaonde people, a tribe from Zambia.
The tribe members called this Kongamato creature the boat overturner.
In 1925, G. Ward Price heard stories about a demonic bird with a long beak that attacked people in the swamps of Zimbabwe.
A person who was once injured by this creature, when shown a picture of a pterodactyl, a long extinct flying lizard, he screamed in horror.
In 1942, Major Charles Pittman reported stories told to him by indigenous people about a large creature.
These reports were not only in Zambia, but also in many other parts of Africa, such as Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya.
In 1957, a person had to be hospitalized due to a chest wound, which, according to this person, was caused. When asked to draw the shape of that bird, this person drew a creature resembling a pterodactyl.
Reports of flying creatures shaped like prehistoric lizards are not limited to swamps, but continue to be collected in the deserts of Namibia.
In 1988, Professor Roy Mackall led an expedition to Namibia, the source of reports of a creature with a wingspan of up to 9.14 meters.
The mystery surrounding the mythical bird continues to spread.
They are often seen at dusk, gliding through the spaces between two hills a mile apart.
Although the expedition did not yield results in finding solid evidence, a member of the team, James Cosey, claimed to have.
He described it as a black glider with white spots.
Paleontologist Carl Wimman suggested that the belief in the existence of Kongamato originated from indigenous people who A plausible explanation for these stories is that prehistoric flying lizards still exist today.
These are flying lizards from the Mesozoic era, and perhaps they still live in some mysterious cave.
Fossils of pterodactyls, such as the Rhamphorhynchus and Hamphorhynchus, which lived from the Jurassic period, were discovered at Tendaguru Hill in Tanzania. In Africa, archaeologists have only found 2 fossils of flying lizards that lived in the Cretaceous period, a wing bone of an Ornithocheirus in Congo.
and a cervical vertebra of a creature similar to the giant Quetzalcoatlus.
However, fossil data in South Africa is much richer, and at the time when the two continents were connected,
we have reason to believe that more specimens of mysterious creatures from the ancient world could be found. So, do these prehistoric creatures still truly exist?
if they do, people would surely have seen them flying back and forth to find food.
Or perhaps these flying lizards know how to hide from human eyes.
The world's darkest river.
The Rukhi River is dubbed the world's darkest river.
This is a majestic waterway winding through the dense tropical rainforest in the lower basin.
The water of this mysterious river, flowing through the Republic of Congo, is as black as midnight.
This river holds a mystery that the scientific community has long been unable to solve.
Like many other blackwater rivers, Rukhi's color comes from dissolved organic carbon in the water, abbreviated as DOC.
Its lack of sediment also contributes to the cause.
Although the soil makes its clear springs flowing from the mountains turn dark, it is rarely as black as the organic matter in the tropical rainforest.
Which is the characteristic color of Rukhi.
Rukhi flows over an almost flat surface, so it doesn't accumulate much sediment.
On the other hand, heavy rains in the region wash DOC from vegetation on the forest floor, and during the rainy season,
However, it is still scientifically unexplained why the Rukhi River is darker than other rivers flowing through tropical rainforests.
Scientists undertook a daring mission, installing a measuring device near the river.
what they found was astonishing.
They measured the density and age of DOC in the water to determine if it came from the swampy areas along the river.
These swamps retain huge amounts of undecomposed plant matter.
Currently, this process turns the area into a carbon sink.
But if the carbon in the swamp escapes and is released into the atmosphere, it will become a driver of global warming.
Carbon dating results from the research team indicate this is unlikely to happen.
The researchers found that the Ruki River has 4 times more DOC per liter than the Congo River. I'm seeing an unusual concentration here.
Let's analyze it closer.
Look at that data spike. Although the river is rich in organic acids that can dissolve carbonates and release carbon dioxide, this does not happen to an alarming degree. The river is very calm, and when the river water is saturated with carbon dioxide, this gas cannot escape easily. To this day, science and humanity are still amazed by the dark river. Undiscovered creatures lurking beneath the river mesmerize the human imagination. The newly discovered Cuvette Centrale peat bog is located in the central Congo basin, covering 140. The peat bog stores 30 billion tons of carbon, equivalent to the total fossil fuel emissions of the world for 3 years. Peat is a form of organic wetland soil formed after dead plants. Peat bogs act as carbon sinks by removing carbon from the atmosphere through plant growth. If the peat bog gradually dries out due to agricultural drainage, it could accelerate peat decomposition, releasing CO2 back into the atmosphere. The peat layer has an average depth of 2 meters and contains an estimated 30 petagrams of underground carbon. If 1/3 of this peat is burned, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere will double, and Earth's atmosphere will warm by 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The peat bog only becomes a resource against climate change when intact. Therefore, maintaining large amounts of carbon in stable peat bogs is a priority.